I'm a 36-year-old guy. Quiet type, work a lot, don't party, don't have a big circle. I got married at 29 to someone I thought was my person. We met at a mutual friend's wedding. She was 26 then, funny, outgoing, knew how to light up a room. I was more reserved, but she liked that I was stable. Safe, she said. At the time, I owned a small auto shop, inherited from my dad. I wasn't rich, but I did all right. She was a part-time hairstylist, worked at a salon a few towns over. We moved into a decent two-bedroom place I bought before we met. Fixer-upper, but solid bones. She didn't care much about the house at first. But after we got married, she started going on about wanting to make it ours. New paint, updated kitchen, garden out back. I was cool with that. I figured she wanted a nest, maybe start thinking about kids eventually. So I took on extra hours, started working weekends. Even picked up a graveyard shift driving tow trucks for a buddy of mine just to speed up the mortgage payments. She said she wanted security, and I wanted to give it to her. 3 years of that. I was sleeping 4 hours a night, living on gas station coffee and fast food, missing holidays and birthdays just to pay off the house faster. And I did it. 3 years later, mortgage-free. I walked into the kitchen, handed her the final payment confirmation, and said, "We're done. No more payments. The house is ours." She didn't even smile. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "Great. Now I can divorce you without losing the house." I just stood there, not angry, not even surprised, weirdly, just still. Then I slid the mail across the counter to her. One of the envelopes was from the title company. I'd had the property quietly transferred and sold a week earlier. All legally. The house was in my name only, bought before we got married with my money. She'd never contributed a dime. I had paperwork to back every bit of it. I said, "You don't have to worry about the house anymore." She blinked. "Wait, what?" I sold it. She laughed. Thought I was bluffing, until she ripped open the envelope and saw the closing documents. That night, she called me 17 times. I didn't answer. Next morning, I woke up to 100 texts. Some were begging. Some were furious. One said, "I can't believe you do this to me." I stayed quiet. Moved out that same day. Got a short-term rental. Packed what was mine. Left everything else. Including her. She tried to play damage control. Told her friends and family I had a breakdown. That I sold the house out of spite and left her homeless. Said I was mentally unstable and manipulative. What she didn't expect was that I kept everything. Every receipt, every bank transfer, every photo showing I was the one fixing up the house. Even the security footage showing her bringing some guy into my house while I was out working. Yeah, turns out she was cheating. For almost a year. I found the text later. She had a second phone line hidden under utilities on our shared expenses. She didn't even bother deleting the messages. They were all synced to the cloud. She told the guy, married dude with 2 kids, by the way, "Once the house is in my name, I'm leaving him." And he replied, "Airbnb the guest room for extra cash?" She even joked about getting pregnant to trap me longer. Said he's old school. If I get knocked up, he'll never leave. That was the moment I decided she wasn't getting a dime. I lawyered up, filed for divorce myself. She tried to contest it, claimed I abandoned her and that she was entitled to half the house. My lawyer shut that down fast. Everything was in my name pre-marriage. She never paid a bill. Judge sided with me. No split assets, no spousal support, nothing. She looked stunned in court, like she couldn't believe it was all slipping away. Kept muttering that it wasn't fair. After that, she doubled down. Showed up at my job just to talk. Cried in the parking lot. Then, when that didn't work, she flipped. Filed a restraining order claim against me. Said I was harassing her. Judge dismissed it without blinking. I decided I was done being reactive. Time to clean up properly. I gathered everything, texts, screenshots, timestamps, and sent them to the guy's wife. Anonymously. She deserved to know. She filed for divorce too. And get this, the guy lost his job. Worked for some company that ran charity events. Once word got out about the affair, and some of the nasty stuff they said in messages, the board dropped him. Meanwhile, my now ex got fired from the salon. The owner was a friend of mine from high school. When I showed her the screenshots and explained what was going on, she didn't want the drama near her business. So now she's jobless, homeless, and single. And me? I used the money from the house sale to buy a small duplex in another state. Rented out half, lived in the other. Got a new job, peaceful area. Took up woodworking again. Adopted a dog. She's a mess of fur and attitude, but she's loyal. A couple months after moving, I get a voicemail from my ex. She's crying, saying she misses me, regrets everything, wants to fix things. Then a second voicemail, angrier. If you don't call me back, I'll tell everyone what you did. That you emotionally abused me. You think they won't believe me. I saved both voicemails, just in case. But she never followed through. I think deep down, she knew it was over. Not just the marriage, not just the house. Everything. The image, the safety net, the backup plan's gone. And the worst part for her, I didn't even yell. I didn't fight. I just walked away and closed the door behind me. Sometimes people mistake silence for weakness. But real strength is knowing when someone's not worth another word. I never got revenge the way people think. No screaming match, no petty Facebook posts, no dramatic scenes. I just outsmarted her. Quietly. Thoroughly. She once told me, "Everything you have is because of me." Nah, everything you lost was because you thought I'd never notice. So yeah, I worked 80-hour weeks to pay off that house. And when I did, I sold it out from under the woman who thought I was too soft to stand up for myself. Guess she should have read the fine print. And hey, if you like this mess of saga, feel free to follow. I've got more stories where this came from. Not all of them include house sales and courtrooms, but they all come with lessons and maybe a little petty peace.